If you had $1,000 to start investing into sealed Pokemon products, how would you invest it? Come with me as I show you I would invest $1,000 in sealed Pokemon products. Welcome back, guys. My name is Jason. I am the sealed Poke Investor, and today we're going to talk about how I would invest $1,000 in sealed Pokemon today. Before we get started on the video, if you want a chance to win a 151 poster collection, please like, comment, and subscribe on the first video where I talked about why I started collecting sealed products. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to give away the 151 poster collection. So let's get right into it. So there's a couple of assumptions I'm going to make before we get into the video. One, I'm going to assume that you're not investing debt. So, this is money that is disposable. This is not money that you need right now. This is money that you're potentially okay losing. It might sting a little bit, but you're okay losing it. You're not going to, not have a place to sleep at night if you lose this money. The second thing that I'm going to assume is that whatever we buy is going to be for whatever market value is today. It's not going to be for MSRP. I know some people have a lot of trouble finding things for MSRP right now. So just to even the playing field, we're going to assume that whatever we're going to buy, we're going to have to buy at whatever market value today is. And the third thing that we're going to assume here is that you're brand new. So that means that you don't have any previous products or anything to trade. All we have is $1,000 cash to invest. No extra products to trade in addition to cash, right? So let's get started. There's three things that we want to keep in mind when investing in sealed product. The first thing is the time horizon. The second thing is the type of products that we invest in. And then the third thing is the total set value of the different sets that we're potentially investing in. So the time horizon. Ideally, you want to invest for at least 3 years. 3 years because whenever a product comes out, the first 2 years is called the print window. So after that product comes out, whatever date that product comes out, 2 years after that, it's open to Pokemon reprinting that product. So you're not guaranteed for the price to necessarily go up. Most of the time, it does go up a little bit, but until that print window is gone and people know that Pokemon can't reprint that, well, I won't say can't, but they're less likely to reprint that product. That's when we really start to see our gains in the investment. So the first 2 years, it's basically a holding period. And then the third year is when we start to see where the product kind of starts to find its place in the market. So I'm going to assume for this video, we're holding for minimum at least 1 year, but we're going to assume that we're ideally holding for 3+ years. The second thing that we want to keep in mind is the type of products that we invest in. So the highest tier of Pokemon products is the booster box. And I'm also going to put UPCs and SPCs next to that. A UPC is an ultra premium collection or super premium collection, SPC, and those have also shown similar gains like the booster boxes. However, they're such a new product, it's only been out a couple years, so there's not that much data to suggest it. But of the products that have been out that are UPCs and SPCs has returned very well. So right under that, we're going to have our ETBs. So the regular ETBs, and then we have the Pokemon Center ETBs. So Pokemon Center ETBs is a little bit higher than that, but I would say they're the best investments of sealed investment. And then under that, we've got the booster bundles. Those are pretty good too, but they're not going to be someone's first choice. Then below that, we've got the smaller ancillary products like poster collections and binder collections. And then below that, we've got blister packs. So there's 1, 2, 3-pack blister packs. And those are usually great investments, but it's usually people start to invest in them when other better products are starting to get too pricey and people are getting priced out. That's when people flock to blister packs and then sleeve packs. And then the last tier is loose packs. Loose packs are great, especially if you're getting the older stuff. So a first edition base set booster pack is probably $3,000. It's not ideal to get a booster pack compared to a booster box, but it's a first edition booster box. Sorry, a first edition booster pack. No one's ever going to complain about that. So those are the types of products that we want to keep in mind when starting to invest. The third thing that we want to talk about is total set value. What is total set value? The total set value is basically if you wanted to go out today and buy every single card in a particular set, it would be the last sold of every single card added up together to give you the price of the total set, hence the total set value. And the reason why we want to pay very close attention to this is because there's a very high correlation to total set value and future appreciation of the prices, of future appreciation of the sealed product. So the higher the total set value, the more likely that product is to have a very high appreciation rate in the future. Now that we have that out of the way, we can start spending our $1,000. So all of this is going to be done through the Collector app. We're going to make a portfolio on the Collector app and keep track of it there. This is not sponsored by Collector. Hopefully one day, wink, wink. So the first investment that I'm thinking about is the 151 ETB. And the reason why is there's a couple different reasons. But one, it's not the set with the highest total set value in Scarlet and Violet, but there's something that we want to keep in mind called, I call it the advertisement tax. So 151 has Generation 1 Pokemon in it and has immense nostalgia that comes to it. Because everyone knows Generation 1 Pokemon, people are going to collect this for years and years to come. And I think that that is going to drive prices up in the future. Let's look at the 151 ETB. Right now, it's going for around $241. However, it's a little bit pricey compared to when we compare it to other items, right? So if we look at the Prismatic Pokemon Center ETB, I think it's around $234 on the app right now, on the Collector app. So I would choose that over the 151 regular ETB. Pokemon Center ETB has shown immense returns over the last couple years. It's also fairly new. Pokemon Center ETBs probably came out in the Sword and Shield era. So there's not that much data to go off of, but of the Pokemon Center ETBs that are available right now, we've seen immense growth on almost all of them. The second item we want to look at is the Prismatic SPC. And these premium collection boxes has gone up significantly in the past. The Charizard UPC has gone up around 113% within the last year, and then the 151 UPC has gone up around 223% within the last year. And I think this product is just as good as those, so I will be happy to add it with this collection. The third thing that I would like to add to my collection would be Prismatic ETBs. Why? Prismatic, the set itself, has a total set value of around 5,400 or 5,500 right now. But that's significant because it has the highest total set value in Scarlet and Violet. So with, I think, 14 chase cards above $100 right now, I think that's going to be significant in the future. And so I'm very bullish about this. And so I'm going to add 2 Prismatic ETBs to get started. I might add a third coming towards the end, but we'll see. Depending on how much money we have, let's just wait there. To give you a comparison here, the total set value of Prismatic is very similar to Evolving Skies. Right now, Evolving Skies total set value is around $5,317, and Team Up's total set value is $5,984. I believe once Prismatic goes out of print, it's really going to skyrocket and people are going to be chasing God Packs and that Umbreon. So I'm super, super bullish on Prismatic for the long term. The fourth thing that I would add would be 151 booster bundles. Like I said, 151 ETBs is a little bit too pricey right now, but I feel like we definitely still want some exposure to 151. And so the next best thing would be to pick up 151 booster bundles. So I'm going to add 2 of those to our portfolio. The last thing that I'm going to be adding to my collection would be Fusion Strike 2-pack blisters. The reason why I want to add this is because I took a look at the booster box price of Fusion Strike, and the cheapest one that we could have found was for $735 with $14.99 shipping, so that's around $750. And if we divide that, we'll see that the packs it comes out to be around $20.83 per pack, whereas you can get the 2-pack blisters for around $21 or $22. So basically, it's like you're getting a free pack of Fusion Strike. And because Fusion Strike has gone up significantly, it's got that big Gengar card. I feel like that card and that set in particular, a lot of people are going to be chasing it. When people don't get the Evolving Skies or can't afford the Evolving Skies, they'll go to Fusion Strike and they will be chasing that Gengar. That Gengar is an amazing card, and I think it would be a very, very good investment overall to get these blisters. People trust blisters a little bit more also because it can't be weighed. And so it's a little bit easier to sell in the future if we get blister packs compared to loose packs. And so I think this is a wonderful pickup, and I'm going to add 6 of these to the collection. Now it looks like we have just over $100 left. And so if I had just $100 left, I think I'm going to go back and add 1 more Prismatic ETB. I feel like that is such an underrated investment right now that I'm okay having 3 of those in my collection right now. So there you have it, guys. That's how I would spend $1,000 in sealed Pokemon products today. What are your thoughts on that? How would you spend your $1,000 in Pokemon? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think the choices were not very good? Please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to know how you would spend your $1,000. Furthermore, I think what I'm going to do is do a 6-month update to see how this portfolio is doing. And then I'll also do a 1 year and then a 2-year follow-up video to show how our investments did. And then I'll also provide the app down in the description so that you guys can follow my investments as well. If you like this sort of stuff, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you later on the other video. Take care, guys. Bye.